I said, man, good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. The link I'm finna put in here right now, what we're gonna talk about today, this morning, man. I said I got about an hour. It's not even an hour of ranting, but I wanna show you. Just trying to put this out here. That link that's in there, man, right now, and what I'm just gonna touch on, man. Share this. We can share some of this. Let me see if I got Shantae on there. I'm not really upset, but I think that we have to definitely. I'm gonna get this out there because what I don't like and what I want to make sure I listen to a couple times yesterday. I heard it talked about on a few different platforms when it came down to this crap. Boy, I'm telling you. Look, this crap. Good morning, folks. How you doing? Hope you hear me because, right? Oh, that's a ringtone. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. This is stuff I'm talking about when I'm talking about us as African American people, and how we go about doing things, right? And how we gotta always watch out. We got Uncle Toms as black people. We got Uncle Toms. What I mean by Uncle Toms, they'll do anything to make sure they get another dollar from a white person, or Caucasian person, or whoever these people are. And even that means that they'll try to take out their own people, just to make another dollar, just to make a name for themselves, just to keep this up. And what I'm talking about is fucking Gayle King. People, black community, we already know how the African American community already split when it comes down to Oprah. A lot of people don't even recognize Oprah. We don't even talk to Oprah. Nobody even recognize Oprah. She just go about doing her thing. People be happy for her, whatever. And as she get older one day, she'll get to the point where I guess she'll fell off and she'll die with herself, unfortunately. We know she don't really do anything come down to African American people, except for attack them for another dollar or for appraisal from some Caucasian people. But Gayle King, and she tried to sit in an interview with Lisa Leslie, and what she did was attack Kobe's legacy. Now, understand this. Gayle King, if you don't realize it, understand Gayle King is a fucking sellout. Gayle King is a sellout. Make no mistake about it, okay? She's a sellout. To the biggest degree, the woman's a sellout. Gayle King is a sellout. So there is no way that you can ever. If I was entertaining Gayle King actually for an interview, turn it down. No, especially from African American, turn it down. Gayle King sat up here. How you doing, Tiffany? Gayle King sat up here and pretty much she attempted to tarnish Kobe. Now Kobe Bryant and his daughter just got killed in a helicopter accident. But what you find out is clearly the clear Uncle Toms that you got as African Americans, the clear ones that are do anything for a buck, anything to please a Caucasian person in that industry business, anything to make another motherfucking dollar, and humiliate and go after African American stars, right? And see if they can tear them down. And that's exactly what Gayle King attempted to do. Lisa Leslie definitely shut that shit down with no, this man has passed away, and if you want to ask him that, you should ask him that while he was alive. Don't come to me while he's passed away and he's dead with that crap. Gayle King is phony. Gayle King, well, she Oprah friend anyway, so you already know that the phoniness rubs off from one to another. But there is nothing as an African American that I would do that involved Gayle King for the rest of life. Period. And when they get done using Gayle King up, they gonna toss her ass away. When they get done, she ain't gonna be a news anchor too much longer. I'm gonna be honest with you that already. Watch. I give about another year and a half. Her ratings because her ratings finna start falling now after that Kobe shit. Her ratings finna start falling, and people ain't finna be watching her too much. And once her ratings fall, watch they kick her ass to the curb like she was sewer sauce, right? And the fact that she tried to attack and do that to Kobe Bryant, the man, not only is he dead, his daughter died too. His daughter got killed in that helicopter accident, as well as the other families, 7 other family, lives that were lost in that tragedy as well. But to go on an interview with Lisa Leslie and try to sit here and manipulate the situation and talk about how Kobe Bryant, well, you think his leg's gonna be tarnished because of his rape accusation. This is what we're talking about. They always want to piece out or send out what they think is acceptable, or they want to give us as the public only a piece of everything. They don't tell the whole thing. They don't tell everything. They don't tell how the lady that was the Kobe Bryant's accuser, they don't tell how she slept with several other gentlemen the day before or something like that, and the semen was in her panties because she picked up some panties and they found the semen and DNA of several other gentlemen in her panties. Several. So it wasn't just one, several, right? Also, they wasn't telling how she was schizophrenic. She's on medicine. She's schizophrenic. This the rape accuser, the accuser of Kobe Bryant, when she said that he raped her back in 2002 or 2003, right? Y'all just come in the army. So they didn't tell that either. They didn't tell how she was on medicine. They didn't tell how she tried to commit suicide a couple times. They didn't tell how the thing she was doing was attention seeking. They didn't tell how she sleep around, right? They didn't tell any of those things right there. They didn't say anything about none of that. But the first thing they want to bring up is, well, his accuser and how it's going to affect his legacy and all that. Why don't you tell both sides of it? Tell the truth for both sides of it. Tell how, first of all, Kobe was acquitted of the whole thing. It was dismissed because they found out that the woman was clearly fucking lying. But to still walk away with some millions of dollars, a couple million, $2 or $3 million, whatever like that, off the case, she became a millionaire, and she fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck she at now, but it clearly shows you that when it comes down to African Americans being in this spotlight or being in some type of accusation, they're never going to tell both sides of the story. You know why? Because unfortunately, and we already know this, a lot of times in media, news, white, Caucasian people love to lie. They love to, and to them, I feel like it's just oh well, whatever. But they don't tell us the whole truth. I'm not saying all of them, but in these instances, we're gonna point out the ones that definitely did that and was lie and cover up the lie and brush it aside. And the fact that Gayle King sits up here in an interview. What's up, Harry Grant? She sit up here in an interview and she tried to tarnish Kobe Bryant. Not only just Kobe Bryant, but his daughter as well, man. That shows you the kind of person that Gayle King is automatically. How you doing? Good morning, Arvinette. It pissed me off because why didn't you ask Kobe Bryant these things when he was alive? Why do you wait until the man's dead and then you, in an interview, she sideswipe Lisa Leslie in an interview with that question. And then she tried to make it as if like his friends need to become the defenders or accusers as well. So if he was raping women, you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it. Wait, hold on a second. Gayle King, friends with Harvey Weinstein, some of these other damn white actors and stuff like that. What's the other one? The other guy that's used to have the shows. How you doing, Kirk? That had the shows. All these other white entertainers or actors and stuff like that. Not only are they accused, but they still alive of raping women. Gayle King is already in pictures with kissing them, hugging them, and all that other stuff, right? But she don't ask them any questions. But yet, you go and talk about Kobe after he done passed away, talking about you think his legs gonna be affected because of that. And then when Lisa Leslie tell you that she don't think that's not the kind of person he is, then you try to attack her, talking some, well, you being his friend, you wouldn't see that. Gayle King is a phony black woman, and I wouldn't give her an interview. I wouldn't give her shit. I wouldn't fucking throw water on her if she was on fire. Okay? She's phony. From the inside out, the woman is clearly phony. And you can clearly see those type of people are Uncle Toms. Those type of people are always attacking their own people, just so they can see some, I guess in her eyesight, some type of praise from white people, or some type of praise from her Caucasian friends and stuff like that. Oh, you did a good job. You did good. No, fuck, you didn't do no good job. And when they done using your ass up, Gayle King, I promise you, they're gonna throw your ass away, like it was yesterday. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Too many times we get these African Americans who get some status, get famous, and the first thing they want to do is turn around and attack their own people. How you doing, Angie? And I don't appreciate. I'm sending this live directly to Gayle King, her Twitter account, but I don't appreciate the attack on African American entertainers, the attack on American people, period. And we have too many Uncle Toms. We have too many of them. People already don't like Oprah. We already know what Oprah stands for. And as you see, her audience is not African Americans. We don't even pay her no attention. And Gayle King is the same way. You know what she done. Then she tried to do the same thing when came out R. Kelly. And you can clearly see what type of person she is. Because she's African American, she feels like she exclusively get interviews with African Americans. But I would just send this to any African American entertainer from here on out, I wouldn't give Gayle King 2 minutes of shit time. I wouldn't give her nothing. I wouldn't give her nothing, no interview, anything. Let her stand where she stands, because you already see what she is. You already see what she's about. But this goes on to another topic of how we have people in our own communities who do this and consistently do this. We turn around and attack our own people for the acceptance and the applause of white people and Caucasian people. I'm not saying all, but you can clearly see who she's trying to appease or please or whatever. And the problem with that is that you're trying to tear down your own people for acceptance and applause and pats on the back of people who don't even fucking like you behind closed doors, probably call you a nigga. Probably call her a nigga bitch or any other thing they refer her as, dumbass. And when we're gonna watch this, when they get done using Gayle King up, they're gonna toss her ass away. Watch, because that's what's gonna happen. They already know she's a sellout. If you sell out your own people, of course you'll sell us out too. That's the thing with a snitch. If a snitch on his own people, he'll snitch on your ass too. And we already know that. The game ain't never changed, it's the players. So she has a problem. And I understand for a long time she wanted to get into stardom. She wanted to be, she was Oprah friend, and she wanted to get into place. She wasn't even no fucking real news anchor, but she got the job because, she's a little articulate and she's intelligent. And, and she got a job, some of us we clap for and stuff like that, we proud. But now we sit back and we realize that you's a sellout. You just like fucking Oprah. Oprah just has more money, but you's a sellout too. And and the problem is you don't do anything in the African American community. You're not standing up for anything. You got African American women missing. You don't never hear her talk about African American that's missing around the country. And when the topics come up about African American police abuse, you hear her brush over that shit like it ain't nothing. Well, that's just a shame. That shouldn't happen, and that's scary. On to the next topic. Gayle King is a sellout, man. I promise you, she's a sellout if there ever been another sellout besides some of the biggest sellouts that we've ever had. But she's right in line with them. And she's trying to hurt her own people for the acceptance of people that don't even like you. But then we look at the same situation. Let's take that same situation and let's see if we can channel that same situation. When we talk about our own communities, we have sellouts in our own communities. I'm gonna tell you who the sellouts is in our own communities. And I put them in the same category, and I understand that this may be offensive to some people. If you sell drugs in the black community, African American community, in your community, in your neighborhood, whatever, you're a sellout to your own people. You're trying to hurt your own people. If you're gang banging, killing, robbing, stealing, raping, all that shit in the community, you're also a sellout and a threat to your own community. That's the truth about it. You're hurting. Don't hurt nobody, period. I'm not saying because go to another community and do it, but don't hurt nobody, period. But you clearly see that those who sit within the community and trying to tear down the foundation of the community are those who's hurting the community most of anything, right? So we sit in that situation. We continue pushing that situation. We're looking at Gayle King. Boosie was on there talking about Gayle King as well. How, what she is. You can clearly see what she is. You don't ask a man, you don't ask nobody. People still hurting about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is dead. You know, and it don't even seem real to say it, but you know, my name DeJuan Bryant. So when they say Kobe Bryant dead, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, my last man. You know, it touched. It touched, not because like we related, but just the Bryant and the Bryant. I'm like, man, you know, but his daughter got killed. The other gentleman, the coach, he got killed, wife got killed, and his daughter got killed. And then you got 2 other ladies got killed, you know, and then some other family. A bunch of people died on that helicopter crash. And it affected the path of everything, every family, every person for the rest of their lives. Especially those, I mean, think about it. You know, the Kobe Bryant's wife and the 2 daughters she has left, that's going to affect them for the rest of their life. The rest of their life. But you think Gayle King gives a damn? No, she don't. As long as she make a damn rating. Well, that was good for ratings. You know, and African American entertainers, I'm sending this live to Boosie. I'm sending this live to Gayle King. I'm sending this live to motherfucking Master P. I'm sending this live on over to Roland Martin. I'm sending my link and my live to them because, one, I want them to know they're gonna probably caveat or may not caveat off what I'm saying, but just to get the understanding that you don't do an interview with Gayle King. You already know what you got right there, and knowing what you got right there in front of you already, if you do an interview or anybody do an interview with her, they should already come prepared to understand what she's about. This interview right here, not just an interview she did with R. Kelly, because, you know, figure being an African American woman, she's gonna have access and do an interview with R. Kelly and stuff like that, and using her what's her name. But you also know that already what she is. She's a sellout. I wouldn't do an interview with her. Never. No. Not absolutely. Nincompoop. Nope. Whatever. I don't care how much money they offer me. They offer me fucking $10 million. I'm not doing an interview with Gayle King. Period. You know why? She's a clearly sellout to everything that stands. You know, but that's the type of thing you have, man. What's up, Corey? But you even have people in our own communities, African Americans, who sell each other out. Who we always find them trying to hurt each other. Instead of coming together and understanding and stand up for something, we sit in a position where we want to hurt each other. And like we're really getting something out of it. Like we're really making steps up. You know, we really should get to the point, like you say, Smiley, hurting each other, selling each other out, instead of standing with each other and supporting each other. We definitely don't do that, and that's a problem. That's clearly a problem because of not only what Gayle King has done, but also you're gonna find out that others do it as well. Other people do it as well, and that becomes a problem, man. What's up, Corey? I'm just in the area. I'm still in the area. I'm still here in Phoenix City, brother. Still over here, still pushing this opportunity for this real estate property, man. Still doing something with real estate over here. But I got some other stuff going as well. You know, just to stop for a second. Got my CDL license. Started my trucking company. I'm trying to buy this property over here as well for this nail salon, and then I'm still gonna build that capital and stuff like that, and do real estate over here in Phoenix City also. So I just been laying back a little bit, but been putting things in been putting things in place. Oh, you be over here in a few minutes? Yeah, I'm over here at the river, man. Oh, over here at the river chilling, man. Over here at the river chilling. Ain't nothing. So yeah, man, I'm just over here at the river. I'm just chilling over here. Over here at the river, I ain't doing nothing, man. Just over here at the river chilling, man. That's all. But you know, I just want to get that out there, man. That there's too many people, man. We out here always hurting people and never trying to, you know, not trying to put ourselves in a position where we're supporting each other, and that becomes a problem because we're not supporting each other, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. We're not doing what we're supposed to do, and that right there, man, that really bothers me, because, man, it becomes something that, you know, we take for granted, is the opportunity to really be be there for each other. Instead of we can be there for each other and help each other, build each other up. But instead, we take these pop shots at each other like we're really doing something in support of one another, and that's not, ain't nothing about that that's cool. It's hurtful. It really is. It's a hurtful situation, and that hurtful situation, it creates more pain. It creates more hurt. It puts people in that position, or it puts us all on the defensive. That's why it's hard for us to come together sometimes and bind together and build business together, because you always got one person who looking at, well, man, if I'm making a couple extra dollars, I go ahead and step out and hurt, or I can step out and tell on this, or I step out and do this. You know what I'm saying? It's me against the world anyway. It ain't you against the world. It's a team effort. And as you clearly see, man, I'm telling you, man, you gotta be careful. I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm not saying, I think the majority of African American entrepreneurs and business owners and entertainers, all this stuff right there, try to sit together and support each other. But you clearly have those. You're going to clearly have those who are not like that. You're going to clearly have those who are going to be against the progressiveness of what we're trying to do as a people. And clearly, they need to be pointed out. They need to be pointed out. This isn't a situation of a disagreement. This isn't a situation of where, it's an opinion of something. It clearly shows what Gayle King did. And if you look, she did the same thing when it came down to R. Kelly. She's a sellout. She's a clear sellout. And to attempt. See, it's a difference, and here's my thing. It's a difference if doing an interview, Gayle King would have brought up everything about Kobe's rape accuser. Because what people didn't know was that the woman's schizophrenic. They didn't know that she tried to commit suicide a couple times. Not saying that's right. No, don't try to do that. Not for attention-seeking purposes. Then they didn't mention also that this woman had been sleeping with other men. She had several men's semen specimen in her panties. That's what people don't know. And that's what Gayle King didn't pull up. She didn't pull up. See, if you go to an interview, the only thing you're trying to do is you're going to try to first blindside somebody with something, but then you're not bringing up everything. The reason why the case was dismissed. The reason why the case was dismissed was because they realized, no, Kobe Bryant did not rape you. You're lying. But because there's still some millions given to her, probably hush money or whatever, or she couldn't bring it up or talk about it anyway, whatever. But it was clearly she was lying. He was proven not guilty. It was dismissed. So, but Gayle King didn't bring that stuff up, and that's the problem with people like that. Her character of who she is, people like that, because what you clearly see, she's a sellout. What you clearly see, she want to use a moment to attack Kobe Bryant. Not only Kobe Bryant, she attacked his dead daughter with that accusation, with that type of side swipe. She attacked the wife, and she attacked the other two daughters as well. And then she attacked all the people around, that's his friends and people that support him, and his fans that like him. That's clear what a coon to do. Gayle King is the kind of person, if we're on a plantation and 98 of us wants to run away, she's that one that go to the master. Master, they plan escaping. Master, they plan escaping. They're gonna escape tonight, master. Master, yeah, they and that's the leader right there, master. That's the leader, master. They gonna run away about 10 o'clock night, master. They gonna run away, master. Master, just to get some type of approval. And that's what Gayle King is. And I don't care. Everybody had their own personal different opinion of it. But to me, Gayle King, with that interview with Lisa Leslie, clearly showed her feathers. She clearly showed you what she's about. She clearly showed everybody what she's about. Now, if anybody ever do an interview with her, they're a fool. They're clearly fooled. I wouldn't do an interview with her for nothing, because you already know she's a sellout to her own people and what she stands for. And I don't think there's anything else that anybody could ever say on her or about her. And I don't know if you look, I put the link in there to the interview, scroll all the way up, the link is in there as well, about Gayle King and Lisa Leslie. Just a little clip of it. I'm pretty sure YouTube got probably a bigger, longer interview of it, but you can also go on YouTube and search for that interview. But those type of people, man, Gayle King is just that type of person, and she's exposed as just that type of person. Share my live, share what's on YouTube, share the link to other people, so people realize that and understand that Gayle King, even though she's an African American woman, don't mean she can't be a sellout to her people. There's others as well. There's males, there's females, there's others as well. And the reason why I say she's a sellout, I'm just not just putting it out there, is because she never brought up both sides of it. She never sat there in the interview and said, well, Kobe Bryant's accuser is also schizophrenic. She was also, the day before or whatever like that, she slept with several other men. She had, matter of fact, the panties she had on, they tested, had several other men's DNA in it. So you see that she was sleeping around. She even, I guess, in her own way, was sleeping around for attention. She had tried to commit suicide like a couple times before the end, and admitted it was all for attention-seeking purposes. All she wanted to do was seek attention from people. All she was about was seeking attention. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, that situation happened, or she was able to get in a position and line up to accuse Kobe Bryant, you know, of that type of stuff as well. But, you know, it's crazy that Gayle King didn't bring up both sides of it. She only brought up one side of it. And then she go and try to attack Lisa Leslie, talking about some, well, if he was a rapist, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it. I wish Lisa Leslie would turn around and say, well, I guess you don't see that Harvey Weinstein's a rapist either, since you're friends with him as well, right? You know, because, yeah, Gayle King friends with Harvey Weinstein and the guy that was on Three Men, that show, that Three Men or whatever, Three Little Men or whatever, that show. You know, and the other guys that off of House of Spades, who was accused of raping women and sexually assaulting women and shit like that. You know, yeah, Gayle King and Oprah friends with all of them. You see how Gayle King and Oprah friends with all these white dudes that accused of molestation and rape and all that stuff, and they'll never talk about it at all. Never talk about it, never say anything about it. But come on with an African American, you got Gayle King trying to get a personal interview. I wouldn't give Gayle King nothing. I wouldn't give her dog food. I wouldn't give her nothing. Nothing. I wouldn't give her cold water on a 145-degree day. I wouldn't give her cold ice water. Nothing. Because you clearly see what type of woman, what type of character, House of Cards, what type of person she is. Thanks, Chris. That's what kind of person she is. And them type of people, man, you got in the community sometimes, man, we come down to us as, you know, African Americans, black people, just trying to, we're making strides, but you always got those sellouts as well who think they're gonna steal those. That's, I call them pretty Uncle Toms on the plantation. You know, them plantation getters. You know, the rest of us, 98 of us, we running away from the plantation. We on bigger and better things. We ain't finna be slaves no more. We fight. That one, she want to go and tell so she can get some type of acceptance from the master in the big house, and that's what Gayle King is. That is exactly what she is. And you know, whether, I don't know, for whatever reason that she's doing it, for whatever purpose that she's doing it for, as an entertainer, as a person of any type of you know, acknowledgement, or, you know, you got a lot of followers or whatever, I wouldn't give Gayle King an interview for nothing. We already ain't high. For decades now, we ain't been high on Oprah. We already know what Oprah is about. Everybody know what Oprah's about, you know. But Gayle King is just the true epitome of a damn sellout. To attack Kobe Bryant. He just died. Period. I don't care if he was dead a year. But why? Why didn't you ask him these? And Lisa Leslie brought up, you know, like, he was alive. Why didn't you ask him this question when he was alive? Why didn't you go ask him the question when he's alive? You know? Because she's a coward. She's a coward. She wouldn't ask him a question like, because Kobe probably would have checked her right there. You know? And Vanessa would have checked her too. You know? But it's a shame, man. It really is. It's a shame. And I just wanted to get on here and I want to express that. I'm this live, share it. I'm sending a link to this live to Roland Martin interview. I'm sending a link to Master P. I'm sending this link also back over to Boosie. I'm sending this link to on Twitter to many other people too, because just the saying that we stand with you in understanding what she's about. You know, how you doing, Shantae Gibson? We stand with you in what Gayle King attempted to do. We're against that. We're not for that. We ain't nobody sitting up here. We already know she's a sellout. You know, and that situation for what she did, or that situation of what attempted to do to attack Kobe Bryant, his daughter, his family. The man just passed away, and that's the best conversation you come up with, was him being, his legacy being affected because he's a rape accuser. But she never brought up why was the case dismissed. And if you do the research and find out, the case is missed because one, they found the girl one number, a schizophrenic liar, that she was sleeping around. She was already what they call it. She's very sexual, and she didn't mean to herself. She like to have sex, I guess, and seek attention. They realized there was no strong case there. No one raped you. You know, they tested her panties. Her panties had several other men DNA in it. Not one, not two, several DNA in her panties. And she said, oh, she put on the wrong pair of panties. What the hell you talking about? You put on the wrong pair of panties? You know? Man, please, no. But that type of information, go look at Roland Martin's, go on Roland Martin on YouTube, and I think it's either yesterday or day before, but you can type in Roland Martin, just type in Roland Martin, Kobe Bryant, you know, or Roland Martin, Gayle King, and he talking about, you know, I think, but also, what's the name? Oh my goodness. The Black Business School, no. Go and on YouTube and type up Black Business School, Gayle King, and he talks about it, not Roland Martin. He talks about it, excuse me, my correction. Roland Martin wasn't talking about it, but the guy from Black Business School was talking about it. How you doing, Yvonne? But it's just a point of, you know, how sometimes African Americans, man, we set out to hurt each other. We don't understand how powerful we are, how lovable people we are, and us coming together is just a statement of us, you know, of us being, is in strength, it's in unity, it's in love, it's in togetherness, it's in us being able to do big and better things. We come together, we can do bigger and even better things. We can, man, because we are a people, our heritage, our lineage is about unity. You know, I mean, think about it. They still trying to discover stuff that our ancestors built in Africa thousands of years ago. They can't even discover why. They'll never know why. The secrets will never be told to them. Period. No matter how much they search. But it's in us already to be together. But we have those who even currently today, like to try to divide us because they want to seek their own personal dollar. Whatever make themselves a little bit more richer in the pocket, or more ratings, as Gayle King tried to put out there, you know, or something that brings them attention. And we're not for it, man. I'm just telling you, we're not for it. Gayle King, we're not. Nobody I know is for it. What's up, Shavita? How you doing? We're not for it because those type of things, man, it's not progressive, it's not positive, and to try to attack a person and they're dead. It's kind of the same thing what Oprah do, or what's they do with Michael Jackson. He passed away. You know, come on, man, come on. You know what is wrong with you women? What's wrong with Oprah and Gayle King? What's wrong with them? You know, and Oprah, you what, 60-something years old? You know, there is no effectiveness to what you're doing, but trying to tear down your own people. We won't be tore down, but what we will do, we're gonna go ahead and isolate your ass, Gayle King. So when they get done with you, because trust me, she only got about maybe like a year or two left on that news anchor show, and then Gayle King is gone. They're gonna replace her, and again they're gonna replace her with a young Caucasian woman, and push Gayle King ass right on out the door, right? And that's gonna be it. You ain't gonna hear. She ain't gonna be on anything else. Ain't nobody want anything else. You know, and it's a shame because you try to sell out your own people, and the only thing you're doing is selling out yourself. You don't stand for nothing. You already know what she stand for. So in knowing what she stand for, you know, even we clearly see, we clearly understand as a people that she's not the only one. We got people like that in our own community, neighborhood, and what I was doing, I was breaking it down, letting you know that in your own community, those people who sell drugs, those people who gangbang, those people who run around shooting and committing crimes, they are a harmful parasite to the community. They're against the community as well. They'll sell out to their own community. And we at the highest level of entertainment, you see, well, you know, people that's in the news, we see we have them, and then you see them, we have maybe at the lowest level when you go to our own neighborhoods and communities, you know, and people selling drugs. And that's what it is. It's drugs is bad, but also selling out your people is bad. And if you want to combine the two, it becomes a direct attack against its own people. And that in itself is something that we all have to look at and understand that it's not positively affecting us as we move forward and doing bigger and better things. But what we have to do is be able to recognize those type of people and get them out of our communities, get them out of our environments in that type of way, and definitely I would say isolate them in a way to where they understand that we're not accepting that. That's not what we're about, and we're not going to accept that. You either change or you stay on that other side of where you at over there. And clearly, some will, some won't. And I don't think Gayle King will. I don't think she can. I don't think she even has the possibility of even come back and apologizing, about anything, because to her eyes, she doesn't need to, or she's not wrong, But trust me, Gayle King day is coming. Her day is coming. And when it comes, every African American person in the country gonna be sitting back, fucking just sipping on sweet tea and watching TV and watching her. Cause they gonna eat her ass up. They either gonna toss her to the side or some gonna come out and they gonna eat Gayle King ass up. Watch, and it's just a shame, because being a sellout, that's what you get. And nobody finna feel sorry for you. Nobody finna boo-hoo over you or whatever. Bye. Go on about your business. So I just want to get on here, man, and talk about that. If you haven't seen the interview of where Gayle King attacks Kobe Bryant's legacy, and she was in an interview with Lisa Leslie, and she sideswiped Lisa Leslie with the whole Kobe Bryant thing, and then she tried to make Lisa Leslie on the defensive as an accuser, like telling Lisa Leslie, "You're his friend. You wouldn't know if he was a rapist. You wouldn't see him being a rapist." And it's just a negative thing, man. It's really negative what she came out with, and to know that this is the type of person she is, it's a sad situation. It really is, and that's just where that stands at, So I just want to put it out there. I got to get on today and get some other things done today as well. But the link is in there. The link is up top as well. I'll be back in a couple hours, because I want to talk about something very positive, which is the African American who created the gas mask now, that a lot of countries now, everybody using a form of a gas mask, right? A gas mask to protect people, in war. And the stoplight, created by an African American man. The stoplight. What the stoplight does, it helps brings order to traffic. Order. Listen, the stoplight helps bring order to traffic every day. If we didn't have a stoplight, you probably have people getting accidents and hit all that. Everybody be out here on bikes. Nobody want to drive a car too far, because people hitting each other, killing each other, and everything else, right? So the stoplight brung order to traffic in America. The gas mask protected soldiers or people dealing with chemicals, period, from getting killed. And it was created by an African American man. The lineage of what we do is strong. What we have to do is research the lineage and understand that we come from greatness. We come from greatness. Everything we touch, it turns to gold. Everything. And that's just in us already. It is in us. Everything we touch prospers. Everything we touch falls over into an abundance. We have to understand that we have to understand that all we got to do is come together, and we can do even bigger and greater things. Everything we do, we put our mind to doing, it blossoms. You look at you look at football, $1 billion industry. Basketball, $1 billion industry. Baseball, we have some great African Americans that play baseball. Track and field. Now, guess what, people? When you look at the Olympics, what do you see in the Olympics? 95% of the Olympics is African American heritage. I don't care if they may represent London, or they may represent, some other place, but 95% of the Olympics is African American lineage. From Jamaica, Haiti, America, Barbados, Virgin Islands, you even got Europe, with African Americans running for Europe, London. That's how great of a people we are. Man, we're so great of a people. Even Hitler kicked Jesse Owens out of Germany because Jesse Owens did what? He beat Hitler's horses in running. And Jesse Owens kicked him out and said, "Oh, no, he ain't even normal." He recognized the greatness then. He said, "Oh, that's too great. You got to go." If we only stop, all we got to do is stop, take a deep breath and realize, and start researching all the African American inventors and what they've invented, and start remembering and understanding that we are in that same lineage. We're in that same bloodline. We are in that same bloodline of all these great inventors. Remember, society started in Africa. The great astrologers and inventors and engineers and doctors and scientists and lawyers and patrolmen and heroes and warriors, all that's from Africa. Not from Europe, it's from Africa. And you see it today from Africa. And it poured over. just like the prophet says, from the throne I will spread out and create other thrones and create other kingdoms, and there's nothing that can be done about it, and it's being created. You know, we can go into that another, but we're gonna talk about that when I start talking about the African American that created the gas mask and the stoplight. And I got some things to do, but hopefully around this probably like lunchtime, maybe like around 12, I'll be able to talk to you all about that. So I'll be back in a couple hours actually. All right. So y'all have a blessed lunch. Give me about a couple hours. I'll be back. All right. Bye-bye.